We're so glad you're still with us on Colorado and Company, and I'm very proud to have this next segment. It is No More Week. It is a time to break the silence around domestic and sexual violence. But what happens after someone speaks up? So today on Taking Inventory, we're talking about the healing journey and how organizations right here in our community are helping survivors move forward, because that's often left off the table. Please welcome Crystal from Caring for Denver. Hello. Hello. Dominique from Voluntad, and Ruth from Wings Foundation. Welcome all you women. Thank you so much for being here. Crystal, Caring for Denver plays a critical role in funding the mental health support that makes help recovery possible. What does a community look like when mental health services, and I've brought this up many times as an advocate to break the stigma, is truly accessible for survivors, not cost prohibitive and all of that? Talk to me.
Yeah, I think to start, community looks like understanding.
Yeah.
And it looks like meeting survivors where they're at.
Yeah.
And at Caring for Denver, through our work with community and with grantee partners, we've learned really firsthand that survivor stories are all different. They all come from different backgrounds, experience different trauma, and then have to heal in different ways. And so Caring for Denver is very proud to fund different organizations and different interventions in that mental health space, including one-on-one clinical therapy, small group therapy, peer specialized support, and also broader psychoeducational groups for survivors as well. And I think, reducing the barriers is also key. So, for instance, having remote options,
yes,
in-person options,
yes,
and as well as addressing the language barrier for a lot of non-English speakers is key.
Because those obstacles, although you could get over them, stop so many people from going in the first place. And just to make it easier, Dominique, at Voluntad, y'all focus on supporting survivors in human trafficking in real ways. So from safety to long-term healing, what does recovery look like? And I really am questioning this for someone who's experienced domestic or sexual violence.
Yeah, human trafficking is the exploitation of a person through employment, love, and acceptance. There's a lot of false promises.
Yeah.
And so what we find is that survivors have a lot of different needs, and they're all really different. And when survivors come to Voluntad, we want to ask them, what do they need?
Specific.
Yeah. What do you need for your recovery? And survivors are telling us they need housing and employment, job skills. They might even want to get out of Colorado.
I could totally understand that.
Yeah, and so, survivors are coming from environments that have been taken away their choice, taken away any freedom that they might have had, or, and we really want to empower survivors again. And so survivors are, they are surviving in those environments. And so we want to say, how can we best support you to give you that choice back?
I appreciate that you curate to each person distinctly, because it is going to be different from one person to the other, like you said, which is so important. Yeah. Thank you for what you do, which is amazing. Ruth, I want to talk about Wings, and it focuses specifically on adult survivors of childhood sexual abuse. I want to know some of the long-term impacts that has that are often unseen.
So it's very much like with any survivor and victim of any kind of exploitation or harm, is that you have mental health issues, relational issues.
Trust, I assume.
Trust issues. Sometimes it can be manifested in a suicide and suicide ideation. And a lot of times, because those are so visible, you may not even recognize as a survivor that those are the things that are happening to you as a result of that trauma from childhood sexual assault.
Wow, it's just coming up for you.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Wow. And if anyone is feeling like they do want to harm themselves, I do want to say 988. You can text, you can call.
Yep.
I know people have been there, and I've been through depression, I've been through anxiety. I always say that openly to break the stigma that it happens. It's not discriminatory. It happens to a lot of us. This one is for all of you, so I'm going to start with you. For someone watching today who may not know where to start in their healing process, and I say that delicately because it could be just I don't know, and it could be I'm mentally blocked from doing this. What is one thing you want them out there to know? A viewer is watching right now that's going through this, to help reach out for support. What would you say?
Yeah, I would say, you are not alone.
Yeah.
You are not alone. And there are many wonderful organizations such as Voluntad and Wings that are here to support the specific needs of survivors. And you can find a whole list of organizations that Caring for Denver supports and funds on our website.
Unbelievable. Okay. Dominique, what do you think? What would you say to our viewer one-on-one?
Yeah, I think that we really want you to know that we understand that there are a lot of basic needs that need to be met before you can get the support you have.
That's such a good point.
And so we're here to support you with those things.
Yes.
And we're here to make sure that you're getting the housing, the food, and
The foundational.
yeah, all the foundational stuff in order to be successful in your journey.
Because you might need mental health support, but you also need diapers. I mean,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's,
And yeah, you need food and a roof.
yeah,
And
exactly.
so we want to make sure that you have those things so that you can be successful in your mental health journey.
Todd, that's unbelievable. Finally, I want to ask you what you think about this.
So I agree that you're not alone is the basic message. And then the secondary message is organizations like Wings and all of us that are at the table and many others are there for you when you are ready to begin your journey. And you may be experiencing things, I'd like to go back to that a little bit about your mental health that you don't recognize is your trauma from childhood sexual abuse. So we want to make sure that you have the resources and support you need to navigate that when you're ready.
When you're ready, exactly. I just want everybody to know we love our show. It's wonderful, it's fun, and we have a great time. But these conversations to me are a vital part of the community. Access is vital, understanding is vital. And if you are out there right now and you're going through this, there are resources out here in Denver that can help you even just get started. I'm so thankful for you all for taking the time to be out here and what you do for people of surviving. Thank you so much. Healing becomes possible when support, advocacy, and mental health care come together, and these gorgeous, beautiful organizations are working every day to make that happen. Now, you can get more information for Caring for Denver, Voluntad, and the Wings Foundation by going to the websites listed on your screen. I want you to take a screenshot of this because you might know someone who needs this, and I want you to share it with them. Thank you so much for being here, ladies. We'll be right back.